it's Baseplay 12, or Mitch as you guys know me. I just got back from Yosemite, so this video is going to tell you all about what you need to know about Yosemite during this whole COVID crisis. So if you're interested and want to take a trip, stay with me. Okay, so I just got back from Yosemite National Park. In fact, it's my favorite national park. My friends think I'm crazy for liking Yosemite over Yellowstone, but you know, it just all depends on what you like. And I like the waterfalls, the granite cliffs, and it's just been my favorite since I was a kid. In this video, I'll also take you around the park as my family and we just drove around and made some stops and let you look at the sights. And I'm also going to give you some tips on what to expect of Yosemite, especially at this time of the year and especially at this time of the whole virus. So I also want to leave you with a link at the end of this video or you can check the description to the video I did on how to get reservation tickets just to get into the park. You know, you can't just drive up and go, hey, you know what, we thought we would visit. You know, you're going to have to plan ahead and reserve your date of when you want to enter the park. So I'll leave you the link to that video. But let's go ahead on what to expect, you know, if you're just arriving and what to expect of the park. Just a word to the wise, for those of you that would be coming through the 120 to get to Yosemite, just expect some delays because they are doing road work. And so we had to stop and do the whole, you know, escort through because there's only one lane. So expect some delays. Give yourselves a little bit more time if you have to get to the park by a certain time. Okay guys, so when you get your reservation ticket and it's confirmed, you're going to basically print out the paper, or they're going to send you an email so you can just show at the entrance either the paper or your phone. They're going to ask to see your driver's license or some ID to make sure the names match up. And basically you'll show them this, and then they will give you this to put in your window, and it basically gives you the 7 days. So when we went on our second day, they saw this in my window and they're just like, go on through, because we had this in our window. So basically, again, go to the entrance, show them your ticket, show them your ID, and then they'll basically give you this to keep in your window, and you're good for however many days you're going to stay. So we showed up on the 14th, so there's the 7 days that this was good for. Okay, so after you show your reservation and that's okayed, then you're going to pay to get into the park. It's $35 for a 7-day pass, but it's better to get this America the Beautiful annual pass. It's $80 and you get to go to any national park for 12 months. So this is a really good option if you have the money and your family visits national parks a lot. Okay, so let's go to the topic of masks or face coverings. Anywhere in the park where it's enclosed, you're required to have a mask or face covering. The Yosemite Valley Village, where you might get, you know, gifts or food or drinks, you're going to have your face covering. In fact, I made the mistake of going in where they will count how many people go in. They require that you use their hand sanitizer before you go in. I made the mistake of going in the entrance and then going out the exit to the restroom, expecting to come back in through the part where I exited, and they made me walk all the way back around and get in line to go back in. So just a tip, if you go to the Yosemite Valley Village and you go in the entrance, don't leave until you're really ready to leave. When you're on the trail, it's just mindful that you just respect other people. When we would go on a hike, and I know it's really tough to wear a face mask when, you know, you're just walking. It gets hot, it's hard to breathe. But when we would encounter people, we would just put the face mask on, and it's just a sign of respect, you know, trying to keep everybody safe. So it's one of those things where it's just weird to be in a national park and have a face mask on, you know, let alone anywhere else that we go. But it's just when you're outdoors, it's just be mindful of where people are, and if you see a large group, to just have your face covering. Also, all the shuttle services in Yosemite are not running. So when we went to the Mist Trail, usually the shuttle would take you right to the trailhead. We actually had to end up parking in Curry Village and walking to the beginning of Mist Trail. So the shuttle service is not working, made us walk a little bit farther, and it's just tougher after you've walked so many miles on the Mist Trail to come back and now have to walk to your car. So those are just some things to expect with face coverings and services not running the way they normally would in a regular summer. Okay, let's talk water level. Obviously, during the summer, the water level is going to be less than it was in the springtime. So this was taken from Washburn Point, and this is Vernal Falls, and it was actually coming a lot more than I expected. I expected less water. This is Nevada Falls. I was pleasantly surprised how much water was coming for July. I just thought it was going to be less. Let me go ahead now and show you the difference of Yosemite Falls in the springtime as opposed to the summertime. This is a picture I took of Yosemite Falls during the spring of 2014. You can see it clearly coming off, and this is a picture that I just took here in July of 2020, and the water level's way down. But don't let that disappoint you. Don't let that deter you from going. It's still a great time of the year to go. And it's still beautiful. The water's still coming, but not as much as you would see in the spring. So I've been to Yosemite in the spring and the summer before, and there's just tons of people. So there's gonna be less people than normal, but there's still gonna be people there because, like I said, people are still able to reserve tickets to go in. It's summertime. So, don't expect it to be like the first day when the park reopened. It's not gonna be completely empty. But definitely what was nice is when there used to be just cars everywhere, now you can find parking spots. You don't have as many people, talking through your video or, things like that. So it's just a more pleasant, atmosphere to be in. But enough of my talking. Here's what I want to do now is just go ahead and let you enjoy some of the video that I took from the park. And you can notice the quietness of it. So I'm not putting any music over it. I just want to let you enjoy the park. I'll see you later, buddy. So peaceful here.
You purposely just stick your head in front of my picture?
Okay, guys, I want to thank you for joining me on this adventure. I just love going to Yosemite National Park. So if you guys get the chance to go during this pandemic, it's just a really good time because, again, there's less people, and we definitely needed it as a family because, we just been locked in the house for so long, and it's summer. So we just wanted it to feel like summer, and definitely going to Yosemite made it feel like summer, and it was such a good trip. Okay, guys, I'm BasePlay12. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you in the next video. And here in Yosemite.